Hello everyone, my name is Santiago Rocha and today I'll be going through my PE Resources newsletter. Overall, I thought the activity was just really eye-opening and it was really beneficial for me as a future educator, and I'm sure for all of us too, that we can really sit down and go through some of the things that will be helpful for us in the future. And I think it's just PE is super important. Physical education, health education is super important for not only young students but for people later on in life. So this assignment really helped out and was overall really fun. So for the first two sites that we were asked to look at, the first one was shapeamerica.org. And Shape America is the Society of Health and Physical Educators, and it's one of the nation's largest organization of health and physical education professionals. It was founded in 1885, and the organization, has really gave a foundation for educators as a whole when it comes to health and physical fitness levels. This site is really cool. It provides programs, different kinds of resources, and it really advocates for just overall health for students. So one of the things that I found just really cool was their 50 million strong sort of slogan. And a little bit about that is the 50 million strong is kind of their goal. So like by 2029, it's like their commitment to put all children on a path towards health and physical literacy through effective health and physical education programs. And I think that's super important because I think as future educators, I believe that, through the effective teaching of health and physical educators, we can help students develop like the ability and the confidence to really make healthy lifestyle choices and kind of sustain them for like years down the road after. So moving on to the next website is the My Plate website. It's actually called the Choose My Plate website. So basically, My Plate is a reminder to find your healthy eating style, and they have a picture of a plate split in fours, or basically split in five for your fruits, vegetables, grains, and protein. And it's just like a daily reminder that everything you drink and everything you eat matters. So the right mix can help you live healthier now and in the future. And some of the things that My Plate focuses on is focusing on variety, amount, and nutrition. And it ultimately calls for choosing food and beverages with less saturated fat, sodium, and added sugars. Um, it talks about how starting with small changes really builds on a healthier eating style for people, and it supports healthy eating for everyone. And and then one of the things that I liked from the site was that they talked about how eating choices can be shaped by many different circumstances, like living conditions, access to food, culture, and personal decisions. And I think that that's a really important factor, or all those are important factors when it comes to eating decisions and different things like that, because there's so many um, different kinds of aspects that are built into people's lives, and I like that the website really took a little dive into that. And one of the things that I also liked about the site was that it has like a large amount of printable and online resources that can help create a healthier living style for basically every individual. So this next site is the Alliance for a Healthier Generation, And the Alliance for a Healthier Generation works with schools, organizations, health specialists to improve conditions and practices that can lead to healthier children. And ultimately, the goal for the Alliance is to reduce childhood obesity and allow kids to develop a lifelong healthy habits. And it really goes hand in hand with the other two sites that were listed, the My Plate and Shape America, because they all have resources. They're all committed to children and their physical health needs. And I really like this site because it's like the other two, but it has a lot of resources that can really put you in to trying to find out things what you could do for your school. There's different programs and ways that you could actually donate to the organization, and they'll come to your school and they could provide information. And a lot of the evidence and research that they do, it's all evidence based, and it just seems like a really good resource for any health educator that wants to get out and promote healthy lifestyle living for their students. And moving on to the literature, I chose Let's Play Sports, Dora the Explorer. I'm sure everyone knows who Dora the Explorer is, so I thought it was just a really cool book in general. It teaches, or it could teach young students that, about all the different sports that they could play. In the book, it's just Boots couldn't decide what sport he really liked or which one was his favorite, so Dora took him around and introduced him to all the sports and kind of gave him a rundown of what they were. And also the book it's interactive because not a flip book, but it's kind of a pop-up. So, if Dora asks a question, you just lift it up and it has the answer. Generally, I think the book would be for younger students, probably kindergarten or first grade, and kind of still learning about sports. But I thought it was just super important because sports are such a huge part of physical education, and getting students excited about sports could really just promote an even more healthier lifestyle for them. And lastly, the articles and research. Both the articles kind of touched on the same things, kind of just the benefits and just different things that help students in school, or the benefits of physical education in school. Just how students respond well to physical education in the classroom. There was a study that said that fourth and fifth graders who ran around vigorously for at least 10 minutes before a math test scored higher than kids who didn't. And I've always thought that physical education can be super beneficial for students in the classroom. And this last article I thought was really interesting because not only did it talk about the benefits in the classroom and the physical aspect of it, but it also talked about the social and mental health impact physical education has on students. So one of the things that I found interesting that was that through physical activity, students can develop really well socially. It creates bonds. There's coaching that goes on. It builds character, and especially with kids and mental health, there was an article that I was also looking at. It said that there was a link between battling depression and physical education, and ultimately physical education had a very positive impact on students' mental health. And ultimately, I think that's very important. And as a future educator, I fully want to be committed to helping students develop healthy habits so they could take on for the rest of their life. So, thank you.